Alrighty guys, I am now in the shop. Yes, no power steering, guys. It's hard, okay? You can even see the little power steering light on. Now I will make sure the air pressure is tight, or air pressure is checked and up to par. But yes guys, I gave an estimate on this car like a month ago. I guess they finally come back and decide to get it fixed. Y'all know, especially now, I'm not belittling female strength, but this can become a problem for a female. I mean, guy too in some cases, but hard steering, guys. Now, guys, I don't know if you know this. You all know this. I deal with a lot of, I don't know, veterans and guys that work on older model cars. DIY. The traditional power steering setup, guys, is changing before our eyes. All right, there's nothing traditional about this power steering setup. In other words, there's no traditional power steering pump, no traditional power steering belt, and the heart and soul of the power steering, which is the rack or power steering gear, even it's not traditional, okay? And what I mean by that, they incorporated computers into physical hydraulic setups. Now, this power steering system is pretty much an electronic power steering system, all right? So in other words, there is a module, a computer that controls and monitors the power steering. The thinking goes, guys, if you driving fast on highway speeds, your steering should not be super loose, okay? Very easy to turn. So it may become a little stiff because you basically don't need power steering at that point. Now, doing city driving, turning stop lights, stop signs, yes, power steering need to be a little simpler, a little easier, okay? So that's a lot of the thinking went behind that strategy from that standpoint. And of course, we're slowly moving over to the electronic age. Everything is controlled by a computer, guys. This transmission is electronically controlled. This engine is electronically controlled and monitored for the most part by a computer. Okay, so I have a problem with the power steering module, guys, but get this. There's no way to replace that module unless you get a rack. Okay, yes, so I have to do the complete rack assembly, guys. The rack and pinion has the power steering module built onto it. Now, the reason I'm saying my power steering module is at fault, again, it's on the bus. It's electronically controlled, which means you should be able to view data and information via your scan tool, depending on how good your scan tool is. I could not do that. Okay, so on the topology screen on my scan tool, I'll show you that in a second. My box is essential red. So what that means, guys, the module possibly could be dead. Now, you still have to do some diagnosis, okay? But it's simple on a module. The typical module, you need power supply, ground, and bus wires, all right? I have all of that, but the module is not responding, okay? So what that tells me is the module is internally open, okay? There's a problem with the module, all right? So the parts are here, guys. Now, they want me to put it on. I don't know if I can pull this off today. Really, I got to get up some drive, all right? So I'm talking too much, actually, guys. So let's go take a look at the computer screen so I want y'all to understand what I'm doing. Now, keep in mind, I will not be able to film actually replacing the module, guys. I can't do tutorial videos, especially like my buddy, Uncle Mark, DIY. Y'all want some real good tutorial videos, go and check out his channel. I can't go step by step on, I can't in this setup, in this environment. I can't do it, all right? So I'm not a big fan of, I'm just not cut out for that. Everybody has their niche. That is certainly not mine. So let me stop talking so much. Let me go over and show y'all the parts, and then we're going to go over to the computer screen and view what I mean by this system being electronically controlled and its capability on your scan tool. Things you can do. All right, y'all ready, man? Stay tuned, man. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys. Here's my parts. Like I say, I got a complete power steering system. This is the fluid. Y'all notice it says electronic steering pump fluid. Okay, so you don't use, please don't put your traditional power steering. And I only need fluid because, remember guys, fluid's still running through the rack. All right, it's just controlled differently. Yes, here's my new rack. Here's the module that's actually attached to the rack. This is the big connector that's power source. Okay, I have power source and I have ground, and my bus terminals are there. So what that tells me, this module is internally open. Now, if you look at this real good, one would think you can replace this module separately, huh? But if you go to the parts department, you'll find out that that's not true. See, it's brand new mobile. It's a reman, guys. It's an Aura right here. All right, so I think what they doing when they get them back, and yes, they want this old rack back. They're just taking them, especially if they know what's wrong with it. Like, I have to report what I found or the problem I'm having. If I just say the module was internally open, they may take a new module and put it on this rack. Depending on, I'm sure they're gonna go through the rack and make sure the seals are. But depending on what you write down for the reman department. I did not get no tie rods, guys. And you know what? I did not check. Well, I don't remember. You should always check tie rods and things like that when you doing suspension work. However, I will have to align it, guys. This is toe adjustment. Now, camber and caster are pretty much not adjustable. They can be, depends on how you set it up. But if you have some major camber and caster adjustment being out of specs, and look around, man, you could have some bent parts or some worn bushings. All right, these specs do not just come off automatically, guys. Anytime you got to make adjustment to anything, you are merely adjusting for parts that are slowly wearing out. That's normal. Parts will wear out. Parts will wear out to the point where it's not time to replace them, but it's time to adjust to the wornness of the parts. And I'm talking about bushings or control arms and things like that. Yes, they're going to wear. They're designed to wear. They have no choice but to wear. It's a rubber bushing, okay? Over time, it will wear out and your alignment adjustment may become off, so you merely adjust to the wear of your suspension parts. Now, when they wear out to the point where it's causing noise, yes, of course, it's time to replace them at that point. All right, quick crash course on suspension parts. Now, guys, again, I don't like all this talking, and I've been doing way too much. So let me go over to the computer and show y'all this last step. And then it's just a typical black 200, Chrysler 200. Shouldn't be that bad. I may have to drop the cradle. I don't know what I'm going to have to drop till I get it up. Guys, I'm learning as I go. I can't remember if I've done one or not. You know, I know certain things you remember if you've done or not. But, yeah, don't let the little patch fool you. Okay, I am YouTube. I just had to show that, guys. So, do this. Let's go to the computer, guys. Let's get it. All right, guys, I'm back. Yes, this is a 2015 Chrysler 200. Now, you can, guys, I want you to understand something about cars that have modules on physical parts, especially if they underneath the car. Yes, guys, a lot of things going on underneath the car. Trash, debris, fluids, water, everything. So from time to time, now before this box was red, signaling the module is dead. The box is back up. Okay, you can literally sometimes bang on the module. When I mean by box, I'm saying the physical module, and sometimes it'll come back to life. Well, in this case, this one back to life. Let's go inside. EPS stands for electric power steering, guys. All right, this is an electronically power steering system. Now here's the code is set, original VN mismatch. So once it's woken up, once it has woke up, it doesn't remember anything. Okay, original VN mismatch missing. Okay, and that's active, guys. So I can literally you can go to now I don't know how you guys scan to a setup, and I really don't want to waste my time talking about this if you're not going to understand what I'm saying, but because I'm a nice guy, I do it anyway. All right, miscellaneous function, let's go into that. You can learn the electronic power steering system. That is a feature I will have to use once I install the rack. Now, as far as this code VN mismatch, remember, guys, the VN will be installed into the rack, into the module, okay, the VN of the car. In fact, let me see on the details if that's ECU part number. Okay, we have the part number, the version, and the variant. Let's see configuration. Somewhere in here that data is kept as far as the VN. It has to be, because it's now missing it. Because the module is in a different mode, I might not be able to see it, but the module in the VN has to match the module of the car. Miscellaneous. Okay, just learn system test. No data there. Actuator, we can't actuate anything. Okay, I don't know. They might be hiding it, tucking it out somewhere. Okay, as far as flash, there is there's nothing that will indicate you need to flash it, but this car is, the underbody is really, guys, they need to have shields, super major shields to uh, eliminate any trash getting on these modules, anything that's underbody, guys. But at any rate, they're back for me to get to. This is active, so, and if I go under the diagnostics of this, it would basically, yeah, I found that in the module itself, it would basically tell me, that's fine, possible cause. Let's look at that. We're gonna stop there. It's either the powertrain control module not programmed. That's highly unlikely considering I drove the car in here, or the power steering, the module, which is attached to the rack. Okay, so and that's what I'm getting ready to replace anyway, or the PCM itself. I highly do not think it's the PCM programming or the PCM itself. The problem is here, guys, and that's what we're about to replace. Now I know I'm jumping the gun. I'm not. This is all quick crash stuff I'm speaking. Do not diagnose cars this way. I'm speaking from a quick standpoint because I really have a lot of work to do. But I want you guys to understand. First of all, understand it's important to diagnose this stuff properly. Okay, this is just a quick review, rundown of what we up against. All right, I'm getting ready to replace the power steering module. Number one, there's no power steering. Number two, the module was dead at some point, and the VINs are mismatched. So yes, the car was previously diagnosed. Can't remember exact. It's all on the paper, the ticket, the RO that I wrote up last time. So at any rate, guys, I have work to do. All right, let me get this rack put in. I'll film as much as I can. All right, guys, quick rundown. As you can see, I got the old rack out. Oh man, guys, something about these old cars that's rusted up. Then I find out somebody been in this car. Yes, guys, if you look under the instructions, it pretty much says remove the cradle, which is the cradle is this right here, but and remove the exhaust. Remember, the rack is above the exhaust, so if you got the exhaust out of your way, everything should be easy. The only problem with that was these bolts froze up on me, so that way was not an option. Okay, I am not about to keep turning on those and snap those and then have to deal with that. So plan B was to work around it. So I still got away with not removing the cradle. That looked kind of awkward, guys, but I'm supported. Well, I am now supported by this jack. So I just got to remember where everything goes, guys. That's one of the big things. All right, so I got the rack out. Now I'm going to have to figure out a way to find out how to get it back in there. And this connector, guys, is very important. Okay, this is my power supply connector. Now, it is, as you can see, it's broken. So it could easily vibrate its way off if there's nothing holding it in place. So you talk about tie strap seating. I'm going to have to tie strap this thing to death onto the, the module. But I got it out, guys. So remember, this is not a tutorial video. I cannot do a tutorial. I'm not cut out for that. So I got it out. Just wanted y'all to see it out. And I'll go back in with it Monday likely. All right, I'm done. I'm beat. I'm tired. And this is frustrating. This is getting very, very more and more frustrating, guys. I don't know, but this is the career path I chose, so I'm going to deal with it. And I suggest you do too if this is what you enjoy doing it. All right, guys, I got to go have a nice weekend. Today's Saturday, by the way, guys. So I don't think I ever mentioned the days I'm making a video because I have no idea when they're going to upload. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay tuned. Hope to see y'all Sunday on the live stream, guys. Stay tuned.